September the 1st, 1939, and after several months of intense preparations and the massing of troops on the borders, Adolf Hitler's German forces cross the border and invade Poland. Blitzkrieg has begun. The Polish forces are completely overwhelmed by the invaders crossing from the north, from the west, and from the south. It didn't take long for the army to seize territory and for the Luftwaffe to gain air superiority. It was a complete success for Hitler. The stage was now set for World War. The British and French governments, led by UK Prime Minister Neville Chamberlain and French President Albert Lebrun, were furious with this action and demanded the withdrawal of German forces from Poland by 11 AM on September the 3rd, or face a declaration of war. Not expecting these demands to be met, the Prime Minister began readying British forces for imminent military action. The Prime Minister called upon the services of Air Vice Marshal Sir Arthur Harris, who would later become known as Bomber Harris, to plan the first Royal Air Force raid over German territory. However, these raids would not be dropping bombs on the German population, they would be dropping leaflets. It was named Operation Order No3, and the target was the German city of Hamburg. The aircraft chosen for this operation was the Armstrong Whitworth Whitley Bomber. A reliable workhorse for the RAF, the Whitleys had been introduced into service in 1937 and had proven to be a versatile aircraft perfect for this operation. It was one of 3 medium bomber types in the RAF inventory, alongside the Vickers Wellington and the Handley Page Hampden. It could fly at a speed of up to 230 miles per hour at a maximum height of 26,000 feet and had a range of 1,430 nautical miles, or 2,660 kilometers. It was ideal for Operation Order No. 3. 2 squadrons were chosen to carry out this operation: 51 Squadron based at RAF Leconfield and 58 Squadron based at RAF Linton-on-Ouse. As part of the RAF's war mobilization plans, all squadrons dispersed their aircraft and equipment to other units, and they also positioned these aircraft at the perimeter of the airfields. RAF Leconfield was chosen to carry out the operation as Linton-on-Ouse was not suitable for night operations due to continued construction work on its concrete runways. 3 aircraft from 51 Squadron were positioned on the perimeter, and these were joined by 758 Squadron aircraft from RAF Linton-on-Ouse. Despite the fact that war had yet to be declared, the aircraft were fueled and loaded with their payload. There were 5.4 million leaflets, known as nickels, 5.5 inches by 8.5 inches in size, tied up with string and finally held together with an elastic band. When it became time to drop the leaflets, the band was removed and the leaflets would be dropped out of the aircraft through the flare chute, and once in the airstream, the string would become untied and the leaflets would scatter individually to the ground. The leaflets would let the public of the enemy country know why the 2 countries were at war, and attempt to persuade the public that they were on the wrong side, and attempt to change public opinion to oppose the war effort and their nation's government. Despite the protestations of the British and French governments, the German army, the Wehrmacht, with the support of 2,000 aircraft of the Luftwaffe, continued to push deeper into Poland. On September the 3rd, the 11 AM deadline issued by Britain and France came and went with no withdrawal of German forces, and as such, Prime Minister Neville Chamberlain spoke on the radio from No. 10 Downing Street to inform the nation that a state of war existed between Britain and Germany. World War II had begun. Less than 11 hours later, and with clear skies over RAF Leconfield, at 9:50 PM the Armstrong Whitworth Whitley Bomber aircraft, each loaded with their payload of 1,800 pounds of leaflets, were on their way to Hamburg. The first aircraft to take to the sky was a 58 Squadron Whitley Bomber piloted by Squadron Leader Sutton alongside Pilot Officer Jones, LAC Irwin, Sergeant Larwood and AC Wood. This was soon followed by 9 other aircraft, 6 others from 58 Squadron and 3 from 51 Squadron. With the final aircraft being airborne at 10:45 PM, all 10 aircraft were now headed eastwards. The Royal Air Force had commenced wartime operations. The journey across the North Sea was uneventful. and the route took them towards Denmark before turning south to enter German territory from the north. There was thick cloud at 10,000 feet over the target area, and slight ice accretion was reported, but this didn't prevent a successful drop of their leaflets. Despite seeing enemy searchlights, no opposition was encountered either from enemy fighters or from anti-aircraft guns. With the mission accomplished, all 10 aircraft turned to make their way home. The 3 aircraft of 51 Squadron and 4 aircraft of 58 Squadron all returned safely to RAF Leconfield. However, aircraft Kilo 8975, piloted by Squadron Leader J.J.A. Sutton, was reported to have forced to divert to Fécamp near Le Havre in France, landing at 0545 due to a fuel shortage. Aircraft Kilo 8969, piloted by Flying Officer J.A. O'Neill, had to make a forced landing near Amiens in France due to engine trouble. A third aircraft, Kilo 8990, was reported missing. The following day, the 4th of September, the Advanced Air Striking Force based in France reported that Kilo 8990 had made a forced landing near Saint-Quentin. The RAF Advanced Air Striking Force was a unit that was agreed by the British and French governments ahead of hostilities to provide bomber support to the French and comprised of Fairey Battle and Bristol Blenheim light bombers, with fighter support from Hawker Hurricanes. The Whitley crew of Flight Sergeant Ford, Pilot Officer Walker, Sergeant Jones Roberts, AC Burke and AC Bunting were found to be safe and well and were returned back to the British mainland shortly after. Following this first raid, the aircraft were redeployed to various stations both in the UK and in France, and leaflet raids would continue over Germany as the war progressed. Raids over the Ruhr region and northern Germany continued for the next 7 consecutive nights, following the raids of September the 3rd and the 4th. And leaflet raids began over Berlin in northeastern Germany from the night of October the 1st and 2nd. These raids were considered to be successful, contributing to their use as a propaganda strategy by both sides throughout the war. However, there were critics of this method, as one Air Marshal put it. The raids did nothing but provide the continent with toilet paper for the duration of the war. Thanks very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you'd like to see more videos, you might want to consider hitting the subscribe button and not forgetting to hit the bell icon to receive notifications of the next video when we upload them. Thank you very much, and thanks for watching.